Are manufactured and modular homes the future for veteran homeowners? The reason I'm bringing this up is I came across an article recently talking about an affordability issue for a lot of people out there. And this is true, especially if you're on fixed income. And in a lot of areas, appreciation has gone up significantly, and it's out of reach for a lot of consumers and veterans alike. So, we're going to break down today from a VA home loan perspective what you can and can't do with these. Because, yes, you can buy a manufactured or a modular home. You can also leverage the VA construction loan to do that, right? So, if you want to buy the land and put one of these buildings on there, there are some options with that. And also, these manufacturers as well have different options for you to utilize. So, make sure you explore all the different options that go with it. And one of the biggest misconceptions around these, which has been around for a long time and even today, is that manufactured and modular homes don't appreciate as much as traditionally built properties. And so you have to do your own research into the market. Every area is different. So make sure you do your research on your own or connect with a professional to walk you through that process because you don't want to be in a bad position. So what I'm going to share with you guys is chapter 12 of the VA handbook, and we're going to go through it, and I'm going to read it as usual. Everything is small on these things because there's just so many things that go with it. So first thing we're going to talk about is the minimum property requirements. So manufacturers' homes must meet the VA's minimum property requirements described in this chapter, which we're going to do a whole separate video on because that is probably 30 minutes worth of stuff to go over just in that alone. Right, it has to be also for a real estate entity. The manufactured home and its site must be considered a real estate entity in accordance with state law and meet all local zoning requirements for real estate. Why it's important to understand that is that people that were refinancing their homes, like let's say doing cash out refinances or switching from a conventional loan to a VA loan or like builder financing to a VA loan, you just need to make sure that everything with the property is up to the standard and meets all the requirements as well. The manufactured home must be placed on a permanent foundation constructed to withstand both supporting loads and wind overturning loads that meet state and local requirements. Obviously, it's important because you don't want your house to fly away. And by the way, guys, my name is David Piatek. I am a loan officer, so if you want to schedule a call with me, you can down in the description below. Happy to go through different loan options for you guys and kind of go from there. All right, next part is going to be the HUD standards. So, manufactured home must be built to HUD manufactured home construction and safety standards. This link is clickable, so I'm going to link the PDF from the VA down below so you guys can pop into this stuff yourself, do some work. Next one is space requirements, which is an important one because I do get a lot of the question of, can I buy a tiny home or I want to buy a smaller manufactured home? Your answer lies within here. So the manufactured home must have a floor area of not less than 400 square feet for a single wide or 700 square feet for a double wide manufactured home. Now, the next part is going to be state and local requirements. So fee appraisals are expected to be familiar with state and local requirements governing manufactured homes. So they're going to be familiar with that. When it comes to proposed construction, if the manufactured home is appraised as proposed construction, meaning that you're getting a construction loan on it, they're going to need like foundation plan, floor plan, elevation plan, and anything specific for heating, electrical, bunch of other things. So if you're into that, this is going to be for you. The next part is going to be modular homes. So modular homes, same thing. They're going to tell you must meet state and local building codes. That's important to understand that. And by the way, if you own land and you want to put one of these on here, again, you're doing a construction loan, you can do that. So that's why I did a whole video on using land as a savings account, because over time, you can pay off land and then use that land as equity for doing a construction loan. And guess what? You can have multiple VA loans even if you've exhausted all your entitlement, okay? Which I did a video on, check out, for multiple VA home loans. This is going to blow your mind. You can have your entire entitlement amount used. But if your land has the 25% equity in it of this build, you can actually still get another VA loan and do no down payment and use none of your entitlement and still get a VA home loan. It's mind-blowing. So if you guys want to learn more, you can schedule a call with me on that. So now when it comes to comparable sales, the appraiser will typically treat modular housing and on-frame modular housing in the same manner as conventionally built housing, right? So that's important to note that. The appraiser must select comparable sales that would be competing properties on the market, which may include modular homes, conventionally built homes, or manufactured homes. So again, there's a lot of flexibility with that. Now, on-frame modular home requirements, so they're going to give you a couple requirements for that. So it says modular housing in factory built on a permanent chassis. The appraiser must ensure that all running gear is removed. The crawl space is covered by a vapor barrier and vented permanent masonry skirting. The skirting has an access hatch, and the home is secured to a permanent foundation that meets state and local requirements. And then it kind of goes into the energy piece from there. So hopefully you guys got some good information from that. And then I'm going to, again, link that down below. And it really comes down to personal preference on the type of home that you want to live in. But typically, I am seeing the manufactured and modular homes about half the price of a regular house. You can go into different types of planned unit developments where they have communities of these properties, or you're just trying to do a one-off buy. Hey, I want to buy land and I want to build this, which again can be a great option. Is it for everyone? Absolutely not. And especially in areas where it might be heavily populated, it may be harder to build one of these properties. But I've seen all different types, from multifamily, the two-story unit, manufactured modular homes. So you have a lot of options with them. Don't disqualify yourself. Please reach out, and at least we can go through that process and see, is it a good fit for what you and your family are looking to do? Because the VA home loan evolves over time, markets change constantly, and that just helps you to have another tool in your tool belt to leverage and utilize that amazing VA home loan. So make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe button. Let me know in the comment section if you've been thinking about a modular home and what's making you do that. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.